Welcome back to another episode of Wren's Wasteland Camp Reviews / Dumpster Fires of the Commonwealth. We are here on this server, well, because a friend of mine really wants me to review their camp, and I don't really want them to know that I'm doing it, but we're going to do it anyway. Let's see. He's also one of my subscribers. He's on my channel. He's Lord Helmchen. Been on here for about a minute so far, which means he's hop servers. I'm not 100% sure which camp this is. I've seen a couple of his camps in person already. He really tries really hard to get a good vibe with his camps. He typically does a vault and a camp together. Sometimes they're even themed together, and sometimes, like this one, they are vertical monstrosities. This one here is outside of Flatwoods. I've been to this camp before. Let's take a look at it. The entrance is up top. You see it right there. He's got a set of stairs going across. The only problem that I've got with it is this right here. And this right here is hard to fix because they made it really hard to stack foundations to a certain degree. Plus he's at the height limit because of where he's built at. So I totally get why it's built this way. It's just my only problem with any camp is always the foundations. But again, this is built on a hillside. I'll give it a little bit more leeway because of the fact that it's so vertical. He has taken a lot of time to place his post and make it look like he has supports, as you can see. Now I rate all my camps on a scale of 1 to 10. And he's here. So let's take a quick peek. Here's a workroom. This is basically all you need for most people's camps right here. Entrance to his vault. Acid extractor, which is new. This didn't really get used. It's a stairwell. There are some tricks you can do to use it, but not a lot of people do them, and you usually require an extra floor space to do it, like this over here. Nice little well-decorated, well-appointed living room with a decent little view. I don't like the fact that he put bookcases here because I don't like the fact that, if you're going to put in glass, you might as well use the glass. It might as well be a vantage point. And if he would have spun the stairs around the other way, he could have used that section there too up top if he'd have floated a wall. Nice little kitchen area. I like the fact that he went ahead and stuck the exhaust outside of the building because most people don't actually do that. I like the fact that he used the displays in his kitchen, although I think he probably could have gotten away with a few less of them and maybe made a better kitchen out of it. But it all depends on what he has in his personal item collection for this game, which he has quite a bit, as you can see. I mean, he went all out. He even made a bathroom with a toilet, and he sunk a sink into a table to try and give himself a nice countertop on here. He's got a mirror. He's got a bedroom with a bed in it and a soda machine. Dude, my only thing, you're over decorating. And you're over decorating in a weird way. Like, I could see putting this guy up in your kitchen. I could see putting a Nuka-Cola machine in your kitchen. But, I mean, you go to the extra effort of exhausting your fires outside. You have the smoke rising outside of the building. You use curtains. You try and theme things together. If you're going to theme a room, like, if you want this to look like a Nuka-Cola themed bedroom, make it a Nuka-Cola themed bedroom. Don't just throw out a couple pieces and say, oh, well, it's done, and move along to the next section. You have the stuff. You're good at what you do. I love that. This is my favorite room. I like it just because of this right here. The big hay bales. I love this. These are like my favorite thing to put with this particular item. Like the fact you got the warning lights. Don't like the fact that you put the hanging lights in here. It's kind of dumb. I get it. They're cool. They're new. You have them. Find a better use for them. Use them over top of your pool table. Then it looks like it was like meant to be there. Or over top of your other little games table. Don't put them in the area where somebody, if they got thrown off that thing, would actually go. Create a hazard for yourself. You create a hazard for the people that would use it. People don't actually live here, but if they did, I mean, that's the way that I look at every house that I visit in this game. If I actually lived there, what would I want in it? Would I want, you know, my kitchen to have an ice machine in it? Probably not, but I would want to, like, you know, a refrigerator or a stove or a countertop or any number of other things. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's a game. It's decorated, but it's not really good either. I've seen you do better stuff. This room right here is better than the one below it, which says a lot. It either means that you built this one second and then themed it out, or you built that one first and had no idea what you were doing, or gotten better as you've been going along, which is fine if you have. I even like the fact that you didn't use this to a certain degree because you had the smarts to hide it by hiding, you know, the stuff that you didn't use. You could always just stack stuff on top. If you're not going to use a staircase like this, you can always stack stuff over in the corner and make it look like it's being used for storage. This right here is the most complex part of his build. This and some of the merges. Because this requires a lot of work to do, or it requires a blueprint. I prefer to think that he did a lot of work and got these things in here the way that I would have, but in all honesty, he probably used a blueprint to place them all down and then connected the ones that he needed to. But the spacing on it is so even and so perfect that I'm willing to bet that he probably used a stairwell going up and the smaller floors and positioned them in by hand each one, because it's the kind of thing that he would do. So the other thing that he did is this vault, and I don't normally show vaults in my reviews because, well, it's a vault. They're either great or they're horrible. This one here I've already been in. I know it's great. So I'm going to show it to you guys. See if I can get this to work. I have a terrible time doing this whenever I'm in third person. Let's go to first person and see if I can get it to, there we go. Check this out. So this vault, unlike any other vault that you come into, is automatically dark. And it's the newest vault that we got from the last scoreboard. And it is a film set. And let me get up here and I'll show you what it does. So you have the military and they're hanging out back here and they're trying to protect us from this glowing horde of glowing zombies. And it is probably the coolest vault I've been in a long time. Because who else would use Cappy and Bottle as riders of the apocalypse? I mean, really. They come in on a mechanical horse, leading mechanical zombies. I mean, it's just awesome. And the glowing light and everything just makes it even better with the little fires. And I mean, it is truly a cool camp to check out. If you get a chance to do it, do come look at it. This is his name for you guys if you need to know it. It's Lord Helmchins. It is a awesome camp. This part right here makes it awesome. The exterior camp on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm only going to give a 6. Not because he didn't do something cool, because the verticality of the camp is awesome. The decorating that I know he can do better at, as you can see, is kind of subpar. But I'll give him a 6. Hell, I'll even give him a bonus point for doing a bathroom and give him a 7. But if I have to rate it overall, including this vault, I have to give him a 9. Because the vault is... This is more awesome than anything else I've seen in a vault in a long time. Just so you know. And I've seen a lot of stuff. There's a reason why I don't actually rate vaults. This is one of the reasons why I should. So, there you go. Exterior camp a 7. Gets 2 extra points for the vault being so cool, so he gets a 9. If he redid his decorations and reworked it a little bit, I'd probably give him a 10 overall. Even with the... Well, no, because that one floating foundation thing, he's always going to sit at a 9. But he wanted to know what I thought, so now he knows. Alright. So that's 1 of 3. Let's go check out 2 more. Set Murders Camp. And I am over encumbered. I am always over encumbered in case you haven't noticed. It is the nature of this game. It is Fat Man Simulator. I do not know if I have any grilled rat or stag on me because this stuff is starting to go bad. Alright. Set Murders Camp. It's right next door. I miss Nuclear Winter. That picture was from Nuclear Winter. This camp is... What in the hell, dude? Here we go, so you know where we're at. Set Murders Camp. As you can tell, it's a camp. God, I hope he's low level. But he's not. You know how I can tell? These. The fact that they bothered to put the posts down to make it look like they can, you know, support the platform that's floating up there. Helm's Camp is right over there, by the way. So, I hope this is just a farming camp and that they're using it just to farm a few things that they may need for some thing. It's got a decent organizational style to it, meaning they've got a bed and they've got their storage thing and their little box here and some cooking stations and a dead alien. A bunch of turrets. This area does get a couple different spawns in it. I don't know why you would bother to put your armor bench up here instead of down there, and I don't know why you'd have these lights up here set up like this either, unless you're trying to build something cool here, which you obviously are not. Or you might be mid-build and this is what you threw down just to kind of give yourself an idea of what you're working with. But on a scale of 1 to 10 is how I rate every camp that I go to. I am not going to go into their vault because, as I always say, as you just heard, they're either great or they're horrible. And I don't really feel like seeing horrible after seeing a great one. So, we're going to go ahead and give this camp a 3 because it's better than a prefab, but just barely. And we'll move right along to the last view of the day, which is MarusUk's camp, which they've used the icon of a watchtower from the park service. So we will see if they have actually themed out their camp like a watchtower from the park service. They may have, but I doubt it. Nope, they surprised me. They built it into a power tower. Whenever I was a kid, we had these running up across the hill behind my house. I always thought it would be cool to do something like this. I've climbed them. I've done different stupid shit. Not bad. You got a base model fixer for yourself, 300 caps. That's their water. A few other little odds and ends in power. Dead super mutants. Dead super mutants. How nice. Let's see. Checking up top. Got the big turrets. I know he doesn't normally have that pompadour. It's just so cool that he gave it to him. New kitchen set. Let's take a quick peek. Oh. So it basically is the one from Fallout 4. Workroom up here. Air conditioner there. Oh, not worried about that. Not a bad view overall. Decent use of materials. Good verticality. They played Nuclear Winter, at least during the phase when they were giving that out. So every camp I go to, I rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. If you have a bathroom, I give you a point. If you use...
1, 2, 1, 2.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, that's the push the talk button.
If I remember right, it is the spacebar.
T. Well, I've got T.
Alright. Depends how you've got your set configured, but I don't usually use push to talk. I usually just switch it to automatic and not worry about it too much.
I didn't know I did that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. How are things going with you?
Alright.
Not a bad...
Every time somebody spawns here to visit this camp, I get super mutants. I thought they'd lessened them.
No. It's because you're sitting right on top of the spawn point for the area. Whenever the mole miner event goes off, there's one that spawns right underneath this tower as well.
Oh god.
So you're gonna see super mutants, mole miners, the occasional liberators. Yeah. It's a decent location. I built up over this way before and used this as a farm for that event. So
Trying to get this line up in this pylon was a pain in the ass.
well, I have no doubt. I've
Perfectly done now, right? But
yeah, it looks really nice. You've got it lined up well. It even lines up well with the exterior bars so it doesn't block your view too much.
I just switched the height, went about 1 block higher.
Right.
Because I can't put a sloping roof on.
Mm.
Doesn't go high enough.
Gotcha. But
I wanted to put the glass house roof on, but nah, can't do it. I can put the sloping ones on, but then I can't cap it, so it'd have a hole in the top.
gotcha.
The top of the slopes kind of just go beyond the reach of the build area.
So did you play Nuclear Winter much?
Oh yeah. I think I got to about level... Oh, I can't remember. I think about level 70 or so before it was retired.
Yeah, I was like level 120.
I miss it actually.
Me
Sometimes
too.
I'll be walking around the areas where you play it and I'll think, God, I miss fucking Nuclear Winter so much.
You and me both. I was just talking about that in the video that I was shooting. I do videos of reviews of camps. I was checking yours
Right.
out for one of my videos. It's
Yeah,
not a
I've
bad
put
it's not
video
a
things
bad
in.
little camp. It's are you still working on it just out of curiosity?
No, not really. I mean, this is my third character, so it's about the fourth or fifth camp I built.
Gotcha. Yeah.
She's not my main. This is not my main character,
Gotcha.
but I'd like a spot. But I normally wouldn't build in the starting areas. But I wanted to try. It was a challenge, really. Let's try a pylon, and this is the best one I could find.
Well, if I might make a suggestion to you for your other characters, if you like I have so much of like gear and things you want to sell, use this character as your vendor character, transfer a bunch of stuff to it, leave it in the starting area like this, and set it up so that you can sell off to lower levels that show up, and use it strictly as a vendor, pretty much.
Yeah,
Because that way you get the stuff out of your mains inventory,
it's the
and
worst thing, isn't it?
it's always in the low level areas, so it'll be in areas where people that are just starting the game or people that are playing the game and doing like chores are gonna swing through and see it and hopefully pick up a few
I think I
things
need
from
to
you.
put more turrets down.
Yeah, you need to
Of course,
put.
then I'm gonna have mutants every 5 minutes.
If I were you, I would put. I would
They come round the back then in my bloody generator room.
right. I would put two inside your generator room. I would move the ones that you have up top.
Well, you see
Um,
these ones up top?
yeah,
They're all on a grate, so they all see through the roof anyway.
right. But I mean, like, I would move those down lower is what I was gonna say. I would put them down to about like a half wall height because like this one here I would probably just put in there, to be honest. The non-powered version, just stick it down in there, put it on top of your water purifiers or something like that.
See, they've shot it, but they didn't shoot them quick enough.
Right, because
But
they
they tend to target, but nothing gets to them usually.
yeah, you've got a nice little camp, but the problem with most of these things is like they aren't. I don't know how to put it other than they aren't effective at height. Because turrets are innately stupid. They're not
Oh
like
yeah,
they were
definitely.
in Nuclear Winter where, you throw down turrets and like people die. These are these are nothing.
I mean, most of these point all around the perimeter, but pretty much nothing comes around the perimeter. It's literally anybody spawns in,
Well,
they
it's
spawn
spawn
in.
when they spawn, like, do you remember where you put your camp module at when you first took the area?
Oh, no idea.
Okay, if you had a rough idea where that is, that's usually where the spawn
Probably
point.
directly under the pylon in the middle.
Yeah, that's where all you need to put turrets inside of that. Then, because that's where the things are going to spawn at. Where your original placement was, that's where creatures are going to spawn at in your camp that attack your camp at least.
Yeah, probably be under this middle turret.
But
I can't remember. It's been over a year, a couple of years.
I gotcha. Seismic activity just went off, by the way. And Nuka World on Tour
Change
has,
that one. Oh, it's Nuclear World, isn't it?
yeah, Most Wanted's going off there as well. So you might want to go check it out. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I've
on
got
a I rate camps on a scale of 1 to 10, dude. And your camp, I will. Well, to be honest, I would only give it like a 6. It's not
yeah.
bad, but it's not, you know, it's not great either. And you and I, we both played long enough to know that there are people that build things that are totally awesome.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't really go for the housing thing. It's too limited. Do you play Elder Scrolls Online ever?
I do, but I find that to be
I,
even more limited.
I prefer the housing in that though because you've got much more precision control. You know, like rotating and twisting and turning things
Believe
around
it
and
or
place them
not,
literally
I've
to the pixel.
I've been
I wish this
playing.
would do it.
Have you ever played Conan Exiles yet?
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah, I prefer that to either one, to be honest.
I haven't got deep enough into the housing in that though. I've only done the first few stages. I know it goes really, really deep, and you can build,
Oh
you know,
yeah.
at angles and
Oh
you know
yeah.
do octagonal shaped buildings and things.
Yep. You
I
got
have
the.
watched people on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, but I just haven't got through the progress and grind.
Yep. Well, there's also like where the DLC here, we get a building set every once in a while. Most of
I
their
mean, the last time
DLC
I
is like a
played
building
Conan
set.
was a couple of years ago, and it took like 10 hours to train a horse, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, you can get that a lot faster now.
But I haven't played it for a couple of years. They've got a new expansion out now, haven't they? A new island
Yeah,
altogether.
yeah,
So I'm way behind.
yeah. You got like
It's one
a,
I'd like to get back into. I just haven't had the patience yet.
the island. You've got the Age of War, which is getting ready for its second drop on the expansion. They have their own battle pass now,
Yeah,
which
it's since Tencent took over, didn't they?
yeah,
Yeah, I don't think I played since they took over, and then they did the new expansion, the one on the island with the
right,
magicians or wizardry or whatever.
yeah. The
I,
sorcerers.
I haven't done any of that,
Oh, dude, there's some
but
really
I
cool
definitely need to get
stuff.
back to it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I need to
I
get back
highly
into it.
recommend it. If you run my ID through YouTube, I just posted a video about it, about the current state and the way it is. They have
Right.
a conference going on the 24th for the new DLC that's coming out for the new Age of War expansion Part 2. So,
Ah, right.
yeah.
Yeah, I've heard. Don't they want to redo the combat system or something?
They're redoing parts of it. They've redone the combat system a little bit as they go. So they've made
Right.
changes and adjustments as they've been, putting out new material for it.
I mean, I've just come back to this game. I hadn't played it since April 22, and I came back
Yeah.
about a month ago. I mean, that
So,
last season that they just switched on yesterday, I only got to about level 80.
good
I didn't
lord.
even have time to finish it. I had to buy the rest with bloody atoms.
Uh, I didn't. On my secondary account, I didn't finish it either. I got to level 80. I got to level 112 on this one.
Right.
But I stopped playing it like,
What, on the season scoreboard?
yeah. Yep.
You got
Once
to
you
level what?
you can go 112.
Oh, right, you did the extra challenges after you
Yeah.
got to 100. Yeah, I
Yeah.
only got to 80. I didn't even
Well,
get
I
to do
wasn't
any of
even I
these.
wasn't even meaning to do them. That's the other thing. I was filming videos and camp reviews and still managed to get to 112 because there were just things that I was doing in game, like, you know, cook X amount of meat, eat X amount of meals, that kind of crap.
Yeah.
Because I'm always heavy, so I'm always making like grilled radstag and running around with booze and everything else you can imagine to mitigate weight.
Challenges are too grindy. I prefer the endeavors in Elder Scrolls. I could literally get through the endeavors in 5 minutes, log in, do them, be out in 5 minutes. But these ones on this game an hour.
Yeah, I'm usually in it for at least 30 to 45 minutes. Yeah, so I agree
Yeah,
with you.
can't take that. It depends which they are. Like some of them are a pain,
True enough.
and some of the days you're lucky and they're easy and they take 20 minutes. But a lot of time, ugh.
Agreed. But anyway, Marcus, if you see me on, feel free to look me up. I am. I'll send you a friend request,
Yeah, will do.
and it's always good to have somebody else to talk to about games. And like I said, your camp it isn't bad. There's a little bit of things you can tweak. I would definitely move the guns though, just to give yourself.
Yeah, it's not my best. I think my best is on my second character. It's one of those kind of floating camps. It goes up on a staircase and then floats.
Ah, wow, cool. There's a camp that I would recommend going to check out here. That's on this server right now. That's Lord Helmchin's camp. He's right near here. Go check
Yeah.
out his
I
vault. His vault is awesome.
I usually build beside the Pleasant Valley station. You know where that pond is to the east of it.
Yes, yes, I know exactly
I
where it is.
usually build on there usually. I've got a couple of characters who camps there. My main has one there, and my second character has one there. I like the second characters best.
Gotcha. I build all over the place. I try and build, um, well, wherever there's a good view is what I usually go for.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Good view and not a lot of spawn.
Exactly. But anyway,
And flat ground. That's the hard thing. Flat ground.
flat ground doesn't bother me. I've got a tutorial on how to build on my YouTube channel about how to build on off flat ground. how to build
Yeah.
like the stair step style foundations.
Right.
Um, that works really well. Um, I highly recommend if you have issues with it or if you want to check it out. It makes it really easy to build on terrain that's definitely not flat.
Yeah.
But and it only requires you have the steel posts, right?
Well, like those ones propping up.
Yeah, like those popping up.
Them.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
That and the foundations. That's it.
Yeah.
All you do is you take a foundation, you snap a steel post to it, like on the edge where you want it, and then you, after you place your first foundation, you put your post in at the height, and you snap the other foundation right into it. As long as the post is there, it'll give the foundation enough bite to hold terrain-wise, and you can stair step your way through whatever you want to do. You can use the half walls or the full walls. It'll let you get your walls nice and tight together, everything. It works great.
Ah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that book.
I was I've been having fun
Did
with
they,
that for years.
this game got a new development team since last April?
Yes, it did. That's one
I
of the
thought
reasons
this
why
one.
you've got all of the cool events coming in and all the bug fixes coming out to actually fix it.
I'm
Because
still
then
getting a lot of bugs I remember from a year ago, though. I wish they'd fixed.
yeah, but there's a lot of stuff that isn't here from a year ago that they did
Oh
fix.
yeah, yeah, definitely a lot of things fixed, but there's
Plus,
still a few things that are a bit annoying. But
oh, I agree.
never
But
mind.
there's also the what do you call it? Event locations where they've been adding like chests and stash boxes so you can actually access things that weren't
Yeah,
there
that's
before.
nice.
So,
Yeah, I noticed one in the next to the Prime,
yep,
the little building. I
yep,
noticed they put a stash case in there.
yep. But
Helpful.
they've been slowly fixing the bugs as best they can. It's always going to this game's almost always going to have some type of bug because of the way the engine works whenever they turn off and on events. So,
Right.
but they'll stamp out as much as they can. My biggest complaint is they lowered damage codes on some of the weapons. And I can really
Yeah.
tell it when I use my bloodied rifleman build.
Yeah, I got bloodied build. My mains are bloodied,
Right. If
and
you can
not as
definitely
powerful as I remember.
no. No, I used to use a lever action rifle and be able to two-shot most things in
I
the
miss me
lower
legendary. Okay, but I had a vampire's plasma
ah,
rifle, and I did the one that did like the blast shotgun blast effect, and it was beautiful, and it had exploding bullets as well.
that's why.
So
Yeah.
you literally run up to something and bang bang gone,
Well,
bang
you
bang gone.
you know they changed out the energy weapons so that now if you run with your science cards you get extra damage, right?
Right. Yeah. So,
Okay.
weren't they saying that's not working properly though at the
It
moment?
isn't.
Yesterday's patch.
Yeah,
Uh,
but it's supposed to be. I'm just
well, I ditched that in the legendary. As soon as that one got de-legendary, I ditched it.
right. I had
Didn't do
a
anything.
bloodied explosive Gauss rifle, and whenever they added the explosive to Gauss rifles, it broke that.
Ooh,
So,
that would have been a nice one.
oh yeah, it was a lot of fun.
You'd have got double explosive effect, wouldn't you? You'd get the ghost explosion and the
Yeah,
bullets
but it didn't.
explosion.
But it didn't work that way because of the patch that they put in. So,
Uh, it's a shame they made them from 3-star to 2-star instead of giving you a free random.
yeah, yeah, I
So
agree.
that's what they should have done.
I agree. But they did what they thought they could. Anyway, you have a good day, sir. I will see
All
you
right,
around, I'm sure. And
yeah,
have fun.
and you, and you.
All right. Well, that's the end of another episode of Ren's Wasteland Camp Reviews. Went a little long. Hope you guys enjoy it.